So we are just getting started with all the air sealing. So beginning with the Sega MyVest 200. I did the top of window that you're actually going to be seeing, so you can see what we've been doing here. Of course, shingle fashion is the way you always do this. Any areas, we're using a regular conventional hammer tacker wherever there's going to be tape, and we're using a cap fastener wherever there won't be tape. So you can kind of see what this looks like. It's just a simple staple. Now these are not even long enough to go through the plywood, so that's a reduction of airflow right there. Again, we're taping all this, and then we're going to be doing 2 inches of Comfort Board 80 on top of this. So really, this is just temporary securement of the house wrap. All right, guys, so we're on day 3 of framing, and we're starting with the air barriers. So a couple things to note actually. You'll see the big blue wall. So that is Sega MyVest 200. It's a staple on. I'm using cap fasteners on only in the areas that aren't going to receive tape. So everywhere else it's going to be just regular hammer tack. Tape's going to be covering everything. Make sure that you're using a squeegee or a roller on the tape. This tape is tenacious, it's aggressive, it's awesome. I love it. The other things to note is the bottom, and I'm going to be kind of going through some of the video that I took of these details. So I'm using Sega Fentrum for the sill plate to the concrete detail. So that area allows a lot of air infiltration in it. Many times it goes on tape. I'm using the Fentrum because it's very tenacious, even more tenacious than the Wig Glove. All right, so we're doing the between the wood, the sheathing, and the concrete. So my friend Randy Williams told me to use this Fentrum. This is actually a vapor open tape. This is where it could get a little challenging just because we're tying into the new. They are going to be removing this stuff. So I'm just going to leave this. We could always tape into this area later. You can see basically I'm using this dotted line at the bottom as a guide, which is really nice. And then I'm just running it down and all the way around. It's been phenomenal so far. It's sticking tenaciously to the concrete foundation and the Sega MyVest. Another detail to note is actually the very top of the top plate, top of the top plate. So actually, because I'm going with the ceiling with insulation, that's where my thermal barrier is. I want my air barrier to basically go up the sidewalls and then over the top of the roof. So what I did, I took the 6-inch Wig Glove, did one layer on the exterior on the top, over the top plate before they're putting on the joist, and then the next layer, and these are 2-part tapes, which is really nice and convenient. Makes it much easier to deal with a 6-inch roll. So the second one that I basically put on top of the outside one now has another flap that I'm not going to be removing that until I get my interior air control barrier, which is the Sega MyRex, I'm sorry. And that's going to be going on after electrical, after insulation, so it's going to be quite some time. But that's pretty much it today. Hey, you guys know what the best part about Switzerland is? No? Well, I don't know either, but the flag's a giant plus.